ain't a party, then it's finna be. Never had a problem that I couldn't solve. It must be official if I get involved. Quarter pound of fire burning daily. Harder to remember, getting harder to remember. I've been through enough to drive me crazy. I don't think my mama's gonna save me. Maybe I'm not flying, but I'm floating. If we're not headed to the top, where we going? 2 miles an hour, can you picture me rolling? Cause life is so much better when you live in slow motion. Pardon me while I elevate. May not be on time, but I'm never late. Blazing like the player that you wanna be. Flavor like your baby mama cup of tea. You see the company I'm keeping now. Feeling like I'm dreaming, I keep feeling like I'm dreaming. Don't come around if you don't be around. I've been the man, you believe me now. Maybe I'm not flying, but I'm floating. If we're not headed to the top, where we going? 2 miles an hour, can you picture me rolling? Cause life is so much better when you live in slow motion.
What's going on? What's going on? Happy NFP day. Happy NFP day. Man, look at GJ. Where's GJ going? Alright, let's start with pound yen since that's where we're at. So daily is very bullish. Small bottom wick. Looks like we're about to break yesterday's high as well. Had some nice bullish structure this week. We've got higher lows. Now we're making new highs. Man, this thing running. 4 hour. We just broke the 4 hour high. Respect to the previous low. So I think GJ today we keep pushing. I think we keep pushing on GJ today. We do have NFP coming up. Okay, so we're approaching a 1 hour resistance. So if we can close above this resistance, then I think we get more buys. But this current candle has no bottom wick. This 12:30 candle just pushed right up, no bottom wick. Yeah, and I was actually looking for a closure above. It's a 4 hour resistance and it's also a 30-minute resistance. I was looking for a closure above, thinking that price would yes, I could get the buys up and volume would probably push it past this resistance, but it closed right below and then this candle just shot up. So I'm gonna have to wait now until, yeah, probably till after NFP now, or you know, maybe if we get a closure above 195.39.4 just to round it off, and get a closure above. Probably looking for some more buys. Where's the, so the previous daily high is 195.49. Let me just mark that off. Wait, 349 is here, isn't it? previous high. It's a daily high right here. So if we can push, and break this resistance, then yeah, break yesterday's high, we should get a nice push up, and the target would be, we got a big target up to 196.2, so about 90 pips. All right, so now yesterday we had, so anytime there's been USD news and it's been bad, pound yen has dropped, I believe. One sec. All right, so this week we've had some USD news for gold, and it has gold has dropped. Sorry, gold has pushed. My God, I'm all over the place, my bad. So yeah, news this week, we've pushed on gold and GJ has dropped. So the GJ drop, this was one lot of news. This was news yesterday, so it did start to drop, and then, but that was Trump, so it's not really the same. But yeah, very curious to see what kind of volume NFP brings today. All right, gold. Now gold has kind of been ranging today, right above Asian lows. So it made a high, came down, and just been literally just staying above Asian lows. Just gotta wait now, I think, for whatever the data comes out like, and then just jump on the wave. But if NFP, I'm expecting gold, I can't even say continue bullish, because gold has just been, it's been ranging this week. So we had a nice push up on Monday, and we haven't really stayed above the highs up until, well, yeah, we haven't stayed above the highs made on Monday. Tuesday we gapped up and then just came back down into the range. So curious to see how this week is going to close. So the weekly candle's already broken the previous highs, so we could continue to push up today, or we could come back down into this weekly range that we've had for the past month. I would love for gold to get out the 3300s. I would like for it to be in the 3400s. But you had a massive rejection from there yesterday. Yeehaw, hello. So yeah, now we just wait and see. I'll do a little poll, see what we think is going to happen for NFP today. What's gold doing? Gold's making a lower high, looks like. Looks like gold is making a lower high. So good at NFP would be bearish for gold. Bad NFP numbers should be bullish for gold. Benny, what's good? if GJ is gonna hold below this resistance. What I like for news is to see where the candles are closing, you know, if they're near key levels, like right before news, because the technicals a lot of the time they match up with the fundamentals. So could this push up on GJ be a push up to get a better sell price? Or is the news being priced in and just continuing to push? We've broken higher time frame highs. I'm very concerned that this 12:30 candle as well on pound yen has no bottom wick. How was everyone's morning? Anyone catch any trades? Man, GJ is looking, I mean, gold is looking honestly like it's gonna sell, because we had this drop yesterday, then we've had this retracement, and it looks like obviously now it's got the downtrend structure. So if we can actually break Asian lows and close below, then I think we come down. Alternatively, if we get a quick sell on gold, right, for NFP, I'm looking for it to retest 33.44 or this, or 33.23, like a bounce and then come back up. But yeah, gold has been pushing down into like the daily flip and then just bouncing back up. But we're not making new highs from that level. Everyone ready for NFP though? Oh, I can't do it from here. Oh. I'll set up a poll later. Oh, here we go. I can do it from here. Alright, I'll do that in a second. NFP. I used to really enjoy NFPs. Now it's a bit like the volume can be a bit hit and miss. But let's take a look and see what happened last month. So when was the last NFP? Okay, so last NFP was May the 2nd. And we had good numbers. Okay, let's check it out. May the 2nd. May the 2nd, first Friday. Let's go to 12 o'clock. So good numbers. It was bearish for gold. Bearish for gold. And then we pushed down, came back up, ranged a little bit, and then dropped back down. All right, and let's see what happened with pound yen. Pound yen. Okay, pushed up and then came back down, but it was bearish all day. It was bearish, had a little push up for NFP and then continued bearish. And well, I say continued bearish, but it trickled up a little bit at the end of the day and then looks like it just continued down. Wow. Alright, potential buys on GJ. If we can get a closure above 195.39. This is a daily high right here. Just got to get above this resistance. Gold's not really driving down, even though it broke this low. Still don't like that we don't have a bottom wick here too on GJ, to be honest. I might have to wait till after NFP. Okay, gold. Now we're driving a little bit. But sells on gold, I'm not looking for any sells on gold until it clears at least 33.52 or 33.44. To be honest, I'd prefer 33.44 because then we have the clean range down. And like ignoring this 4-hour resistance, it's pretty clean all the way to 33.03. GJ didn't give us that closure, respected this resistance. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for NFP for that volume, it seems. Okay. Alright, let's do the poll. GJ buys or both. Everyone get to voting. What will NFP do today? Are we going to get gold buys and GJ sells? Are we going to get gold sells and GJ buys? Or will both happen? Vote now. Okay, we've got a lot of people saying gold buys and GJ sells. Okay. Okay. Okay, we've got one person saying both. Okay. Majority think gold buys and GJ sells. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's plan some scenarios then. If gold does sell, if we get the gold buys, then let's go with the majority. If we get the gold buys, GJ sells, I think we need to get a push up from the key level. So either a push up from like the daily flip, or we push down to this support first and then push up. That's what I would look for. But definitely like a support level, and then that's where we get the push. For GJ sells, I mean, if we stay below 195.39, and even, yeah, if we stay around here, don't break yesterday's high, then I think we could potentially get the sells on GJ, especially if we sell below this 4-hour resistance, because then we would be like respecting this resistance here and then selling back down. For gold sells. Now, if gold does sell, this would be, you know, a decent area to sell from where we'll be respecting this downtrend structure. We'll be flipping the daily bearish, and then potentially breaking these support levels, and then, you know, come down to maybe 33.23. 33, yeah. And then for GJ buys, I think, you know, we would just break yesterday's high and just keep pushing up to 196. We've got a little resistance here, but yeah, if we break yesterday's high, then really, yeah, we can push up at least like 100 pips on GJ. So those are the two scenarios. For both, I don't really know. I mean, for both, I'm not sure, but I would imagine if it is both, if we push up, then we tap. For both, it would usually be a push into a key level and then a reversal at that key level to go the opposite direction. So if you're thinking both, that's what I would look out for. I would mark out, you know, your 1-hour resistances, or your 1-hour key levels, your 30-minute key levels, your 4-hour key levels, and then see what happens when price gets there. And that's for both pound and GJ and gold, if that's what you're going for. Have you seen the Trump and Elon beef? Oh my god, don't even get me started. Like, I thought they were best friends. I thought they were boys. You know what I mean? Elon was in the White House with his son, standing next to the president, you know, giving his input at the meetings. And now apparently Elon's posting videos of Trump partying with Jeffrey Epstein. It's so childish, it's crazy. One sec. Woo. What, 20 minutes? 21 minutes? I'm actually looking forward to NFP. I'm actually looking forward to it, not gonna lie. not gonna lie. So they're expecting 126 jobs added to the market. So anything more than that is bearish for gold. Anything less than that is bullish for gold. Last month was 177, so very good numbers. Do you know what? One thing I want to look at is, so this week we've had obviously ADP and Jolts. So Jolts last month missed, but we had a good NFP, and also ADP last month missed, but we had a good NFP. So the earlier jobs news it's not really giving us a good indicator of what's going to happen for NFP. All right, Goldie, we're coming down. Pound yen's pushing up. So this could be either very good for the buys on gold that we push down first, then bounce. GJ just pushing up with no bottom wicks, or barely bottom wicks. I thought I was missing something. It's my cushion.
You see here, kid? You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall?
You know what's crazy with gold? It barely has a bottom wick.
What if you fly?
Like, we've pushed down to this area like 3 times. Well, twice excluding when price opened today, with a little gap. So we came down this morning 8:30, filled the gap, pushed back up. 10:30, dropped down, filled the gap, pushed back up. But we never really made a longer bottom wick. pushing? Are we pushing? Okay, a little bounce up from the daily flip again. Alright, new 15-minute candle. So we're still respecting this support here and the daily flip. And gold is barely flipping bearish. But obviously, two things could happen. We can drive down, we can break yesterday's low, 33.39. And then if that happens, I think we get more of a push down. Or we could respect yesterday's low, drop down a little bit, and then push up, re-breaking the weekly high, and probably retesting 34.28. It's ambitious. Also, the current 4-hour candle on gold doesn't have a top wick. It just opened and came straight down. And this level down here, 33.48, it's been a strong level this week. Like, it's really held price. Every time we've pushed down, we've pushed back up from down here. So this is the 10 o'clock 4-hour candle with no top wick. So a few things to consider. All that just could mean some very strong selling pressure from 10 o'clock to continue down. Wanted the 15, not the 5. Might get a big support on a 15, then shoot up. So I hope we get out of this range on gold. I think we have to. We're gonna get volume. We're either gonna go up or down, but I don't think we stay in this area, especially not to the end of this day. Especially not to the end of the day. Plus it's Friday. Very curious to see how this weekly closes. Could have 15-minute closed on GJ as well, right under resistance. So like I said, if we get a move, it's going to be from a key level. So we selling down from here would be a good place. And then buying up from the daily flip on gold would be a good place. But I'm not actually married to any direction. I think anything could happen on either pair, to be honest. What I will do is whatever way it goes, I'm gonna wait for the 130 candle to close, and depending on how it closed, then jump in right after. Not like yesterday. Yesterday was yesterday with was it this candle? No. Yes. No, was it there? This right here yesterday. Because this news was a bit, it wasn't really based on fundamentals, was it? We had this spike, and then God knows what was going to happen after that. So I didn't know which way the market was going to carry us. Okay, gold coming down a little bit. Surprised Roger's not streaming. Roger Casino. For NFP, I do like watching the buy stops and sell stops. Gold is playing games right now, it's swinging like 30 pips up and down. GJ's kind of chilling. Should we watch both? Check out both charts at the same time? Yeah, I think we should do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, why does GJ look like this? Ooh. What's up with GJ? Let's get enough space, enough room for the move. Can't wait to see the spreads. Spreads go crazy. Let's make that bigger. Alright. Now we're ready. We're ready. We ready. Charge that. So we're either going to break above GJ, break above 195.39, and yesterday's high 195.499, and shoot up, or we'll respect this resistance, come back down. In gold, we might make a longer bottom wick, you know, push down into any of these supports, maybe bounce, or we'll hold and then just bounce up from here from the daily flip. I'll be very careful entering a trade before this news drops. How long have we got? 4 minutes. Okay, so we've seen a little gold dropping a little already. And GJ pushing up a little too. All right, gold, seeing a little push down now already, just a little bit. So gold does need a longer bottom wick on the daily. Yeah, it doesn't have much of a bottom wick at all, does it? Like a very short bottom wick. It's like 40 pips. About 40 pips. All right, gold, there we go. Getting a bit of a push. Getting a bit of a push. Need to get below this first support for some sells. You know, similar to like a closure below setup. Also, let's keep an eye on the results. Happy NFP. Let's see what happens, eh? 1 minute to go. Spreads aren't jumping yet. GJ spreads less than a pip. Gold spreads a pip. Not bad. But I think about 15 seconds before. That's when we start seeing the shit going crazy. Yep, seeing it on GJ now. 6 pips. Damn. Here we go. Oh, spreads are crazy. Oh, so gold spiked down, GJ pushed up. So we're getting the GJ buys, and looks like the gold sells. Ooh, GJ pushing. So GJ's broken that previous daily high now. Okay. So I would like for gold to tap into 33.44 at least, but it's not really driving down. All right, let's bring it back to one screen. So GJ, it broke yesterday's high. We pushed up. Gold, we drove down. So like I said, wanted at least for the sells for gold to come below the support, but properly. That was before. Seems like it's holding, if I'm being honest. What were the results? Furthermore, let's look at that. So we had good numbers. Unemployment rate was 4.2, NFP. So forecast was 126 and it came out 139. So decent numbers. So that should be bearish for gold. Bullish for GJ. Looks like GJ was bullish, but gold just held at this support. GJ's coming back down. Yeah, so I mean, look, said we wanted buys up from 33.52 or 33.42, like a little bounce, but the volume just doesn't seem to be like there. I'll tell you, the news these days don't hit the same. News today don't hit the same. News does not hit the same, yo. Alright, so we could be getting a rejection of 33.52. Like the daily candle this morning, today has not wanted to flip bearish, and when it has, it's been a small drop and then pushing back up. So if we get a bullish closure on gold, I will be looking at buys to continue up. And if GJ closes back in the range, like back below maybe this 4-hour resistance 195.26, or even below 195.6, I think we might get a sell back down. Looks like gold wants to come back for this top wick though on the 10 o'clock candle, because like I said, we got no top wick here. That was anticlimactic. Oh, ooh. So whoever said both, congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. because it was both indeed. We had the sells and then the buys back up. So are we going to get a continued push for the buys? Gold, when gold closed this morning, I actually thought it was going to get a continuation pattern here, because even though this body's a little big, but the way it looked, the setup of it did look quite, you know, like a bullish continuation pattern. But then when the 10 o'clock candle opened, it just came straight down. It just came straight down. So are we gonna stay bullish on the daily, or what are we gonna do, golds? Because structure wise it looks like it doesn't, it's still making lower highs on the lower time frames. Still got quite bearish structure, and it's not breaking above. Another day of crappy price action. I think the other day when I was looking at a break of 33.65 to push up, I think it's going to be the same thing today. If we can get above 33.65, I'll be looking for some buys. If not, I just hope gold doesn't range to the end of the day, honestly. But GJ broke yesterday's high, broke above this resistance. But gold on a 4-hour time frame doesn't look good anyway. Like, I just really want to get out of this range. Thought it was going to give hate for a top wick, but it sold. Yeah, I was expecting a top wick too. It's just not really, it's not pushing, is it? It's not pushing. But based on the result of the news, gold is supposed to be selling, and GJ is buying. I mean, GJ is doing this job. Gold, not so much. I think if we do see like a proper price action, it will be NY open. It seems like that's where most of the moves are happening now. The new 4 o'clock candle. After that Monday push, it's been range. Yep. And the daily candles are literally just sideways. We push up and then come back down in a range. Push up or push down and come back in a range. It's not been great. Oh, looks like GJ is going to keep pushing though. How far are we going, pound yen? Let's get rid of that. Yeah, GJ is gone. Maybe get a little retest of this broken resistance and then buys up to 196.2. Alright, gold's doing what's supposed to be doing now. He's selling, or there we go. I want to see what happens at 33.44 because it's been a very strong level for gold. It's been holding price all week. So if we can get down there and finally close below, then I think we'll get some more sells. There we go, there we go. Alright, 34, 33, 44, finally approaching it. I mean, the gold is staying true to this downtrend structure that it's been holding all day. Now, if we can actually close below, like none of these candles have been able to do for the whole week, we might get us a good sell-off on gold. If it breaks this level and drives down, shoot, hopefully it don't leave us. How long we got left? 17 minutes to this candle. Ooh. So we're either gonna close, push, or hold. Okay, we're breaking. Oh yeah, gold's gonna go on gold. No. Man, this price action is crazy. Go on. What's GJ doing? If it breaks yesterday's low, it's donezo. Yep. Oh yes. How far is yesterday's low? Oh, we're close. 33, 39. We're close. That's like right here. Just get a nice pop. I just hope we don't get a wick like it's been doing all week. A wick and then a drive back up. I mean, I don't mind. Either way. But I just don't want to... I want to be out of this range by the time this candle closes. I want to be out of this range. So if it's a closure below, great. If it's a closure above, great. I just want to be out of this range. Same for pound yen. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing back down here? Where are we going? Man. GJ. Gold, don't you dare. This price action is killing me. Bro, these 100 pip pullbacks. Only news that hits is Trump tariff news. Facts. Facts. That news never fails to move the markets. It said this support is holding on gold. Yep. Seems so. It seems so. A Friday sell-off could be news. I'll miss these messages. I don't know. Maybe we're just reacting to key levels, and then that's why we're, we've got the bounces up. But yeah, now we just gotta wait and see how these candles close, really. Just wait and see how these candles close. But now the daily does have a longer bottom wick. It's weird that we got close and just didn't break it. I mean, it was like 40 pips away. I thought gold would just continue to drive down and just go, honestly. Oh my god, we're back above the daily flip. Back above the daily flip. That's what this higher time frame candles. See what these higher time frame candles are looking like. I just want to see how this 4-hour candle closes, to be honest. But this has been a very serious 4-hour level. Like, discussed this earlier on. Need to break these this 4-hour support. So I'm gonna take this one off because we tapped the bottom one. That's where we need the closure. So potential buys on GJ if we close above 195.6. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait on gold really. I don't see anything right now. Let's see what the DXY did actually. So we got some indecision on the dollar index as well. Right. Gold D. So always with news, you see gold react to a key level. Always. That's why I said always mark out your key levels on a 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, because most likely you'll get a retest or a bounce. Always. And it looks like 34.44 was the level for gold today. GJ just going. I mean, if GJ's pushing, gold might sell again. They do have that correlation for news. He said, yeah, that was quite the rejection. Crazy people. True, marking the key levels really helps. Yeah, man, that's kind of what I go by. When I was always analyzing the news and going back and seeing what happened, I would notice that a lot of the times that's what price would do. So I never knew exactly which key level it would hit, but I knew that it would hit one. So especially the 30-minute or the 4 hour. Always. I really thought if we pushed up, gold would give us a better top wick on this 4 hour candle. Well, if we close with a long bottom wick, again rejecting this area, I think the next 4 hour candle will push up and at least make that top wick. And then if we break 33.73, then I think we're gonna come up to at least 33.83 and tap into this resistance that's been holding price. That's kind of where I'm leaning with gold, but that depends on how this candle closes. If this 4 hour candle had managed to close below 33.48, I would have been looking at like continued sells down. I'm not sure if I don't see the sell off just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet. But anything is possible. Anything is possible with gold, you know how it goes. GJ looks like I don't know what GJ is doing. Honestly. So what you guys thinking for the rest of the session? What's your thoughts on these two pairs? What pair looks better for you to trade on? Gold Pippin, I know yours is just going to be gold. What are your thoughts on gold right now? Ooh. Rosie said GJ. Okay, you think GJ looks better for the move? GJ does have cleaner ranges. Can't lie. If GJ closes above, then I mean you do have a clean range up until 196.2. Okay, Yeehaw, you think GJ will be bullish once the 4 hour closes above resistance? Oh yeah, I mean this is we're way away from there, so yeah, that looks good for sure. For sure. Yeah, GJ does look good. I agree. Gold doesn't have any clean ranges right now, and yeah, we're still stuck in this lovely little range. Kind of looks like a continuation pattern on a 30-minute for gold. I mean, that definitely played out. Give my thoughts, woke up around 4 minutes before news. I want more gold sells. Okay, if we can close lower. The range on wicks aren't making it clear. Yeah, facts. It's this whole area that we're in just isn't clean. So we're either respecting these wicks to the left and this support where we've kept pushing up from this week. So we had the first push up here, and then obviously the daily is just barely bearish. Haven't broken yesterday's low, so we just need a good confirmation that gold is going to continue down. The only thing I like for the sells is the fact that the lower time frame is creating lower highs. So we haven't broken the downtrend structure, we're just not getting big pushes down. With GJ just looks like it's going to keep running. GJ, to me, because GJ is pushing up, I'm more confident that gold will push down. And okay, if gold closes like this on the 4 hour, we've already broken previous low. If we close with a strong bearish body, it looks good. But I would have liked the 4 hour candle to break a key level, like a 4 hour key level first. So but I don't know, we got how long? 2 minutes, just under a minute, just over a minute, sorry, for this candle to close, and we've got 60 pips before the 4 hour support. So Alright, so GJ, how far we got until this next 45 pips? Oof, 45 pips up. 16 pips from the resistance, so need a nice bottom wick on pound yen. Nice little bottom wick, and then yeah, if we break this 4 hour high, we know GJ is going to keep pushing. But if GJ doesn't break this 4 hour high, we know it's going to come back down. But it's looking very likely that we're going to keep pushing up on GJ. I'm here for it. Don't even have much of a top wick, which is not good. We need a decent top wick, which it doesn't look like it wants to give us. All right. Oh, GJ's gone. Gold, what's gold doing? Yeah, I don't like gold at all. Oh, look at that little continuation pattern on the 15-minute for gold. Oh, and GJ didn't give us much of a bottom wick, man. And it's a 4-hour candle. Come on. Okay. It's one of those days. But if gold breaks this previous low, I think we're definitely going to get a drive down. I think we'll get a drive down. Just need it to break this low now. Come on, are we gonna break the low? We're just making a 4-hour bottom wick. But please just get us out of this range. What's GJ doing? Oh, Goldie. DXY still pushing up, which is very bearish for gold. All right, 30 pips, sorry, from breaking this low. Now this 4-hour candle on gold also doesn't have much of a top wick. So I would like it to go up before it comes back down, to be honest. If GJ makes a longer wick, then I'll look for buys after. Yeah, I think at this point, if I was going to get into some GJ buys, because it's just been pushing straight up, I would need structure now. I need a support and then a buy from the support to push up. But I wouldn't yeah, if it pulls back and makes, yeah, I'm gonna wait. I would have to wait for structure, to be honest. Yeah. Definitely. But I don't see the gold buys at the moment, especially with the DXY pushing up like this. Like, look at this. The dollar is pumping now, unless the dollar, you know, respects structure, you know, taps into this resistance and then starts coming back down. I don't know. I don't know. Nah, I don't think it's. I think dollar's pushing, to be honest. Look at the daily. Even the daily's just looking super bullish, obviously. Ay, 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 ay. Just need these candles to have some better wicks, that's all. Shoot. It's been a quiet Friday, man. Quiet Friday. But I do think a move is coming later on today. So for gold, I'm still looking for a closure below 33.44. And if we break yesterday's low at 33.39, then I think we'll get some more sells. I'm looking for more sells down to at least 33.23. And then below that, 33.03. Which is, what, 500 pips from where we're at now? Which is not bad. I would like to see the 4-hour candle, this current 4-hour candle, have a longer bottom wick before it comes down. I do want to see that. Or maybe even pull back to create a top wick for the previous 4-hour candle and then continue back down. But if we don't break this previous 4-hour low and we start to form structure and higher lows, we start pushing up, then yeah, I'm only aiming for like 33.73 or 33.83 for the day if we hold this area here where we've had all these rejections. But it's a little ambitious. For GJ, I want to see GJ create some structure, and then I'll be buying from a support. Or if we get a resistance here, we pull back and then we get a closure above this resistance, then I'm looking for buyers. But right now I wouldn't be taking anything on this current candle, on any of these current candles. Nada. Nothing looks like it's setting up just yet. Yeah, but if this candle does push up and the 230 candle respects this downtrend structure, I think the sales do look good. Do we have any more news today? Sometimes the 3 o'clock candle, it does stuff. Ooh, sorry guys, that was a good stretch. Oof. Okay, so we're getting a longer 4-hour top wick. And looks like we're getting a bottom wick for GJ2. So yeah, either a support formed or at least a retest of or a retest of 195.6. Yeah, that's what I'll be looking for. But happy NFP, it was a bit meh. I need to start looking into some quick scalping opportunities for NFP, because normally I like to jump in and like if it pushes in one direction, jump in and continue, but that doesn't seem to be happening recently. So what I'm thinking is this move, because I was looking for a retest, maybe just taking quick entries on a retest expecting a reaction. So I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna do some research, some back testing, collect some data and see if we can catch something like that, because this pullback here could have caught a nice little 84 pips, you know, before the candle closed. Just a little, you know, little quick scalp, because I did call a retest of these levels, so I think we can get some opportunities out of that. Let's just see. I want to see how risky it is first. Yeah, wouldn't been able to do that on pound yen, but for gold definitely. All right guys, happy Friday. Back on Monday. What's next week? Do we have news next week? Do we have a lot of news next week? Let's see what's good. So no news on Monday. Great. And then it looks like, oh, we got CPI next week. Ooh. So we got pound jobs on Tuesday. We got CPI on Wednesday. US CPI on Wednesday. We have pound GDP on Thursday. PPI on Thursday. And consumer sentiment on Friday. So we kind of have USD news every day from Wednesday. Hopefully we have a good Monday like we had today, 9th of June. But yeah, guys, have a good rest of the session. Be careful out here because these candles and this price action is not great.